What's up? What's happening? What's good, y'all? We back. It's another day. Switch the time up on y'all, man. Typically, I usually go at noon, but I was pretty busy, so I had to switch some things up. And I figured, hey, let's go into it a little later, getting ready to start your day, and we're gonna get to it, man. But y'all already know, man. Before we get started, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It's pivotal for me and the channel. I want to make sure that I get as many clients, get many people hearing the message, and hopefully they learn, they understand, and they get the picture, right? Because it's 2026 and we changing our mindset and we getting balance in our life to be our best selves. So make sure you go to gentlemanscouncil.com. And if you want a consultation to connect, talk about you being your best self, when we talk about our 4 pillars, then hit me up, man. I'm ready for you. It's that time. So I got a good one for you guys. This actually came from a message that I got, and they wanted me to kind of dig a little bit deeper and go to the basics when it comes to the financial pillar. And so, as you see in the title, is living paycheck to paycheck, the power of the 10% rule. Some people are a little bit confused about the 10% rule. How does it work? When to use it? And do you use it on net? Do you use it on gross? Which I have mentioned this in a previous video where you definitely use it on growth. But we're going to break it down because it's crazy, man. When I talk to my clients about, finances and financial freedom, most people don't understand. So most people think that saving money is about restriction, but it's actually about freedom. If you don't control your money will eventually control you. So in this video, we're going to dive deep into the financial pillar of the 2P framework that I teach all of my clients. And we're going to get back to the basics. So ask you a question, and I want you to think about it and make sure you leave me a comment, of your thoughts of why do we save? Why do we save money? What is the reason why we save money? And I want people to comment and tell me the reason why they save money. Tell me the reason why you think we save money, because I think it's pivotal in this conversation. So, why do we save money? I give you my answer. It's not just to have a higher number in a bank account. I can tell you that for sure. But realistically, it's about protection. Whether it's an unexpected bill or a season of life where you want to pursue a new dream, your savings are the shield that protects your future self. Savings protects your future self. You never know what could happen. We never know. We never know. That is the reason why people say, save at least 6 months of your bills. Try to. First, you want to save $1,000 for emergency fund, just in case some little knick-knack paddywhacks happen to your car, right? Little things like that. And then from there, you want to start to make your way to 3 months and then 6 months. Some people save, a whole year worth of bills. Leave it to yourself. And then I think, you guys that are watching, your bank accounts. You know how much money you make. So that may take a little bit more time. But if you don't have $1,000 in your bank account, you are failing yourself and your life. Like, I don't even know how you live, especially if you grown. If you're a grown person without $1,000 to your name in a savings account for a rainy day, that's crazy. So we're going to move forward. What are we covering today? We're going to talk about the 10% minimum, right? Why you must pay yourself first before you pay the world. Because they're going to take their cut when we're talking about taxes, right? Taxes going to get their cut. Your bills going to get their cut. Everybody going to get their cut. So make sure that you're paying yourself first, that 10% minimum, right? The emergency versus the legacy. Understanding the difference between a rainy day fund and a long-term fund, i.e., $1,000, couple grand in your savings account versus building long-term wealth maybe for retirement, maybe generational wealth. It all depends on what your goals are in the foreseeable future. Biggest thing, mindset shift. We got to have a mindset shift, right? Moving from a consumer habit to a builder habit. And I get it, man. You know what I'm saying? I like to spend money like the rest of them. But when you start to pay yourself first and you start doing things in order, you don't feel guilty when you do treat yourself, so to speak, right? Then we're going to talk about the future impact, how small sacrifices today creates massive opportunities tomorrow. Look, man, wealth building ain't sexy. It's not. It's not sexy at all. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon. Some people can't stay down. Some people can't stay down for a month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, a year, and just put money away, get on your feet, you know what I'm saying, get ahead. Everybody looking on Instagram and they struggling by watching other people live their quote unquote best lives. But we all know a lot of that stuff be fake. So you can't just sit there and use that, right? As I got to get it. Oh, YOLO. You can't do it. Financial peace does not happen by accident. It happens by choice. If you're ready to take control of your financial pillar, hit that like button for your boy. And subscribe to stay on the path of personal development. Because we're trying to get to that balance in life to live our best life. Now, question of the day. What is the biggest thing holding you back from saving 10 to 20% of your income right now? Leave me a comment. I'd love to talk about it and, address it. Or, you can always hit me up. We can do a consultation to talk about it. But I don't care. You should be saving 10 to 20% of your income. If you can't, you may need to pick up a side hustle. Like, we finna have some real talk today, man. We finna have some real talk, because people come to me and they be like, yo, I can't say 10 to 20%. I can't. And then I look them up and down, right? I'm looking them up and down. Jay's on their feet. Or, you know what I'm saying? Yoka's on their feet, right? Brooks Brothers on their feet, right? Adidas on their feet. So I'm looking, boom. Everybody got on $200 shoes. You can't make some sacrifices, right? Hey, man, Nike Outlet, I was just there. You feel me? $60, Air Max, nice shoes, cool. You know what I'm saying? That's called staying down. Some people can't do it, right? I get it. Maybe you got that nice watch, you know what I'm saying, on your wrist. You feel me? Got you feeling lovely. Got you feeling happy. You grooving. Hey, man, trade it in. Let me tell you something. I had my car. Love the car. Had me a Challenger, right? Love that Challenger. Still miss it. I sold it last year. It was paid off, everything. But the issue was I wasn't driving it. Sitting in, in the garage, not being used. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Sell the car, man. And I'm like, that's my baby. Bro, you're not driving your baby. When you are in the space where you can drive it more, because I have 3 small kids, so they not getting in there. So I'm typically driving the SUV. So I had to sell it. I didn't want to sell it, but it was the best thing. You got this nice whip, nice car, just sitting there, not driving it. You know what? Kids get older, you get another one. But that's a sacrifice. Most people not willing to make that sacrifice. Make the sacrifice. It's crazy. Most people think they have a making money problem, right? Some people feel, oh, I don't make enough money. I don't make enough money. But the truth, they have a keeping money problem. Let me say something. Do y'all know people that can't keep money in their pocket? It just burn a hole in their pocket no matter what. They got to get rid of it. You know what I'm saying? Them same people, when that tax hit, you feel me? They taxes hit, they come out balling. They come out balling for about 3-4 months, pulling up, doing everything crazy in the streets. Yeah, they living luxury. Then after them 3 months, they back to living normal. So you telling me you couldn't put some of that money away? You know what I'm saying? You had to spend that bread that you got. Hey man, money burn a hole in people's pockets because we are consumers. We tend to be consumers. This is a consumer world. That's just what it is. Don't be a consumer. Don't be a consumer. Not to that degree. Control it. And I'm not telling nobody not to spend no money, because I ain't sitting here say I don't spend no money. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is I do pay myself first. I'm going to pay myself first, right? Have a keep money problem. You work 40, 50, 60 hours, but at the end of the month, after the landlord, the car note, and the grocery store get their cut, how much is left for you? Usually the answer is nothing. You done spent the bread. You done spent it. So now, whether you make $500, you know what I'm saying, $1,000, you want to save 10%. I say 10% of each paycheck. I mean, it's going to average out to be the same thing anyways. And the minimum is the gross. So if your gross is $1,000 a week, you want to save at least 10%. At least. I say 20. So if you're making $1,000 a week, you should literally be saving $200 a week. Minimum 100. And guess what? You take it off the top. You had that money automatically deducted, put into whatever your savings account is, have it gone, shoot right on over there. Just like you had your mortgage or your rent, you know what I'm saying? Your car note, everything else automatically taken out. Go on and add that too. Automatically take that out your check. You got to. Stop playing with it. Stop playing with it. Finances isn't just about getting rich. It's about protection too. And that's what you're doing by paying yourself first. It's protecting yourself, making sure that you build up a nest egg, right? So we have to. If you wait until the end of the month to save what's left over, you're already lost. A lot of people spend bread, spend, and then it's like, oh, I got this $30 left over. Oh yeah, I get paid tomorrow. You know what? I'm gonna save the little 30. No, don't do that, because you can't depend on that. So you need to make sure that you're saving what you need to save. When you spend, there will never be anything left over, because the world is designed to take your dollars, and they gonna take them. Paying yourself first means before a single bill is paid, before you go out to eat, before you buy the new gear, whatever you into, right? 10 to 20% of your income goes straight into a separate account. This is your foundation. This is your seed for the future. This is how you handle your business. Point blank, period. That's what you got to do. That's what you got to start with. So then why? Why 10 to 20%? Because 10% is the minimum for stability. But 20% is where you start to build a legacy, right? We start talking about emergency versus legacy, right? Emergency versus legacy. When you start wanting to take it to a whole nother level, it hit different when you're saving, $200 a week versus $100 a week. So now you put $100 in your savings account. Then now you can put $100 in your brokerage account, and boom, you starting to stack for that legacy, for that long term. And that money add up. Trust me, that bread does add up. And the sooner you start, the better it is. I tell anybody, as soon as you start making money, start saving. So whether you're 16, 17, 18, you got a little job, you know what I'm saying? You need to start saving that bread, putting that bread away. It's detrimental unless you want to be old trying to figure it out. Like, nah, start putting that money away. It's gonna work. Think about it. If you are saving 10%, you are essentially working for everyone else except yourself. If you aren't saving 10%, you're working for the banks, the phone company, the gas station, you know what I'm saying, your mortgage company, everybody. If you're not putting bread away, you working for everybody. Like I said, man, this money serves as a protection. When life happens, and it will, trust me, at some point, life gonna life. Y'all hear the saying, man, life be lifing. It do. We all know that. When you have that 10%, you keep saving. You don't have to stress. You don't have to beg. Mama, can I borrow $500? Hey bro, can I borrow $500 till I get paid? Or, can I borrow $500 and, I pay you back in payments? Yeah. When you do this, it avoids all that. You feel me? Peace of mind. Hey man, ain't nothing like, looking looking at their bank account and you got zeros on that thing, boy. Bank account hanging over your head saying zero. You know what I'm saying? You done overdraw. I'm just saying, hey, you got to make sure that you're paying yourself first. So here's your challenge for this week. Don't wait for your next raise. Start now. A lot of people like, oh, once I get this raise, it's coming. Nah. Start right now. I want you to do this. I want you to automate it. Set your bank to move 10% the moment your check hit. You feel me? Not, 3-4 days, not before you finna get paid again. None of that. Automate it. Boom. Move that money. I need you to start to audit your spending, right? Look at where your money is leaking. Most of the time, that 20% you can't afford to save is sitting in your subscription list or your food delivery history. You know what I'm saying? Your clothes, your leisure. You know what I'm saying? Your leisure time spending. That 20% is usually sitting there. And I get it, man. We work hard. The last thing you want to do is sit down. But I'm trying to tell you, sit down. Right? But that's where you can find that 10 to 20% sitting right there. All right, now we're going to protect it. Don't touch that money for once. If it is for your future and your emergencies only, that's the only time you touch that. You ain't touching it no other time. You can't mess with it. Let it chill. So with that, this is how we're going to start to shift our mindset, right? Because when you account for every dollar, right, and it's consciously put in your mind, you will start to move a little bit different. Another thing, me personally, I was always pretty an avid saver, but I wasn't putting the money away for the future, right? Once you start seeing that bank account rise, it's kind of like Scrooge McDuck. You get addicted to seeing it going up. And then the next thing you have to make sure that you're doing is starting to invest. It's the same thing gonna happen all over again. As you start to invest your money, and boom, you seeing that bread stack, 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 stack. You're gonna get addicted to it, just like you addicted to whatever it is that you like to do. Right? We all got vices. It is what it is. That's life. Some people vices is just different than others. But you're gonna shift that mindset. When I did this, I started automating everything. I started paying myself first. Let me tell you something. I still had money at the end of the day to do stuff that I wanted to do. And it was throwing me off. It was making me feel weird because I was also supposed to be sitting down, right? But I'm like, yo, I still got a couple $100, for the month to kind of, go get me something to eat outside of groceries or, go to a little comedy show, go on a little date or whatever. And I'm like, dang. And it was messing with my mind because it's like, maybe I'm not saving enough. And so for me, I actually did. I switched it. I jumped up. So how we talking about 10 to 20, I'll start going to 25, 30. I said, nah, because I'm looking at them numbers run up and I'm like, yo, we can do this. Maybe I'm the problem because it seems like a lot in the beginning of that, man, save 20%. Man, that's a lot. How am I gonna be able to do that? If you can't save 20% of your money, you need to get another skill, or you need to look at your spending habits, right? You need to get another skill, or you need to check your spending habits. Because if you can't save 10%, hey man, that means you on that poverty level. So it's time to have that conversation, man, and figure out how we can get you in the position to get a better paying job, better position. Because now you understand your mindset is shifting, but you still like, woo, like the dollars just don't make sense. Are you living way above your means? You know what I mean? We're gonna have to get you a roommate, right? I get it. I'm living in LA, I'm living in Miami, my apartment is $2,500 a month. Yeah, you need a roommate, bro. Or you need to downsize. Simple as that. Small sacrifices today creates massive opportunities tomorrow. Sitting down today, getting your weight up, getting your money up, right? It's going to be real sweet in the future. Building this pillar we call finance takes discipline. But the freedom it buys you is worth every sacrifice. If you're ready to stop being a consumer and start being a builder, come on, man, hit that subscribe button. In the comments, I want to hear from you. What percentage are you committing to saving starting today? Let's hold each other accountable. Remember, faith, finances, physical, personal development builds the pillars. Rule your life. Amen. Rule your life. Take it back. Hey, man, we need to talk. We got to talk, y'all. We got to talk. I'll see you on the next one. I hope y'all got something out of it. I hope y'all start saving 10 to 20%. Get back to the basics. Let's start there first before we even think about talking about some stocks, ETFs, mutual funds, any of that. I tell people, do you got $1,000 in your savings account? Do you have at least 6 months saved for bills? If you don't have that, I'm not having that conversation with you about ETFs, mutual funds, options, stock, real estate, None of it till you get that straight. All right, man. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.